This is the Lorraine 30L Antichar anti-tank tractor. It's the upcoming tank destroyer in the future patch. This is the first devlog of the season, and it's just a little taste of what's to come. This will be a tier 1 French tank destroyer. It's based off the 37L Antichar, or the Lorraine 37L trip carrier. There's the equivalent to, say, the British Bren gun carrier or universal carrier, depending on how you know the vehicle. Its primary role started off as infantry transport and supply chain, supplying water, fuel, infantry, weapons, ammunition, etc., etc., to the front line. But as the Germans were attacking, they had to look at ways that they could bolster the army in the anti-tank capability, and also in other roles. But in this regard, we got the Lorraine 37L Antichar tank destroyer. So this has a powerful cannon, high rate of fire, and a small profile, but has poor mobility and poor protection. We're looking at up to 12 millimeters of armor on this vehicle, according to my source. Far less on the sides and rear, and as you can see, there's no top-down protection. Aircraft are going to tear you a new one. Top-down or from the rear, you are in a lot of trouble. Saying that, you do have the 47mm SA-37 anti-tank gun. Unclear on the ammunition, but according to War Thunder, it has up to 94mm of penetration at close range. So this is going to be quite a deadly vehicle for tier 1. You're going to want to stay in the back or on the flanks and get those shots off and not be seen. If you are seen, you are probably going to die. There's not a lot else to add. It's not a very mobile vehicle, considering it was based off a tractor design. So at most it's going to get you about 35 kilometers an hour, which is where it's like a mobility comes into place. Probably isn't neutral steer, based on some of the early French stuff from memory. So it's not going to be the greatest, but it does have where we got? It's got a 4-second reload with good penetration. It has great horizontal traverse, and it has a -13 degrees gun depression and 16.5 gun elevation, and hopefully that's quite quick as well. There's a lot of room in the back of this thing to move around, so things like crew agility and stuff should be quite high. So there's not really a lot else to say about this vehicle. It's very simple, very basic, but it's a big gun for a very low tier, so it should be interesting to see in game. Tank Encyclopedia website here. We can see some other variations for those that are interested. This was a new vehicle for me, so I had to do a little bit of research into it to learn a little more about it. As you can see here, the French designed it initially for troop transport, for towing tractors and fuel and resources to the front line. This was an upgraded armored fighting vehicle, APC design, and then they started mounting guns and stuff onto them. The Germans went down the same thought process. They quickly went into howitzers. You got a 12-inch gun here and a 12-centimeter gun here and a 15-centimeter gun down here. I believe these were for reconnaissance. And as I was scrolling down, you can see here good light sight lines, a decent little bit amount of armor to get infantry around the battlefield in those early days of the war. It's going to be interesting to see in the game. I wonder if we see some of these other ones get added to the trees. But this one here, I'll just like to throw this one in before I go. This is a 17-pounder armed tank destroyer on the 37L. Look at this muzzle brake. Holy dooly, what is that? What a monster. Anyway, guys, that's the first devlog of the season for you. Is this something that you've been looking forward to? If you're a fan of the French stuff, will you be using it? Going to give it a go. And now that the dev season's up, what do you think's coming? Is there anything in particular you want to see? I am waiting for my new Jaguar. I'll see you in the comments below and in the next video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe.